to party, and he was not a party person.
Oh, okay.
He was a television, cook, clean, take care of the kids, and I just wanted to go all to everything that we lived in Miami. And I wanted to go to anything that was going on. Well, see, a lot of women get like that. They get to the point where they think, once they get comfortable with him doing all those things, and then he says, you think you can just stay home, maybe a couple nights with me on the weekend or something, and we sit and watch TV. I said, we watch TV all the time. Come on and go out with me. He was like, no, I had my days of going out. We can stay home with the kids. So he was the good guy, but I still was the person that wanted to be out. So I said, this is not going to work. Filed for divorce, get out of it. Well, it's too late. Got out of it. 30 years later, who am I married to?
Okay.
I'm married to him again.
All right.
So I said all that to say that I grew up. Not only did I grow up, the Lord saved me. See, that girl that was young at 25, 20 years old or whatever, and just was out there, you think, I could have had a good marriage. I'm listening to her and I'm thinking, well, I was a country girl too. I came from Titusville. I went to Miami. I just wanted to do things. The lights were so bright. And everybody out here have seen a bright light and want to enjoy. But what we have to do when you get married, I've learned from this second time around, is that give it all. Be committed.
Yes.
You're growing up. Now, I'm out more now in the ministry. And unfortunately, I'm not as sad as she is, but her husband, he's right there with her. But I do have, like you say, when you come in, you can have a companion, you have somebody you can talk with, you can discuss things with, you can, you know he's there. And a lot of people get married for those reasons. So coming back, growing up, I would say people get married to have a companion. They get married to have a good mate. They get married to feel secure. So, it's many reasons for uniting together in marriage. That's right. But it took 30 years, he came back. And, it's wonderful. Just, we have grandkids, we have our children, we have grandkids, we have great-grands, and we're feeling all of this together. And it's just so, something like you say, like what you would say, who are you married to when I go home to Miami? And I would say, Harry. And they would just fall out laughing, or they'll be like, I don't believe it. He'd say, you mean you straighten up enough to go back to him? I was like, yes. I said, we're united, but we're happier now. Because we both have grown up, so companionship, someone to be there for you. But you have to give. You have to give no matter what. I don't care if you got a man that works hard, a man that sits home, a man that cares for it. It's still your commitment from your heart, how you're going to make this thing work. So if you're looking for someone, if you're out there still looking, you really shouldn't be looking with your eyes. I think that's what we was looking at, trying to figure those guys coming in. Do we know how many was married that came through that door? Did anybody think about any of those guys married? I mean, we weren't looking at them because we wanted them, but we were trying to be on, hypothetically, like if we was not who we are today, we would see those guys coming in, and there was a
marriage conversation this way.
Mm-hmm.
And I got married basically the same way, because I had met somebody, we gonna get married, and I'm like, oh. But I did. Okay, now at first it was like, the chasing and everything. He was correct. But it seemed like after we got married, it just fell apart. And you be trying to because you are in love and you married, and you be trying to put that clay, fix it and put it back. I mean, and it just went to soup, drizzling off with the hands and everything. And I was so committed to, I even went to therapy. You understand? I don't think we would go to therapy and find out. I came with Dr. That therapist told me, she said, you find a way to support you and your circle. She is not going to do it. And I'm like, oh God, what did you do? But the whole courtship and everything held down the job, brought me nice things. You understand? So you can't always look at, I guess what I'm trying to say, the same thing you said, when they came in, looking at the package. You understand? Sometimes that package, when you first open it, it looks real nice. But when you dig down up underneath all that foam and stuff, it looks real ugly. So you really, like what they say, you really need to learn the person,
Take your
see
time.
all their habits and their attributes. You really need to do that.
And you have to examine yourself, you know, make sure it's not always who you're going out to marry, if they want to marry you. You know, you yourself have to say, am I ready?
Ready for it.
And if you're, you know, if you're
But now
not ready
you
but
need
want
to
a partner, you can't do that.
It takes two, one.
Yeah.
I'm listening at all of y'all, and it seems like y'all got all these good guys, and it seems like all the women is having, we got the problem, y'all got the good men. Now, we gotta look at this thing. We got women, there's good women,
good
and
one.
men
That's
are the opposite now. So y'all, come on, let's get this right. We got good women out here too now.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Well, we want the feedback from the,
And that's why we're here.
I wanted to pick some of the guys that came through the door.
Yeah.
And they come in to show who they was
Yeah.
and how they present themselves. And the first one, Kurt came in and he was suave
Yeah.
and Durier.
Come on.
He just know he had it going on.
Right.
And that kind of man will excite a woman. Especially when you inexperienced and you don't know what you want. Because you want somebody looking good and as dap.
Yeah.
Because that's how he was acting. He was acting like he was a little dap. Hey, see me? I'm something. Come on. I'm calling it. All of his persona was designated on him as he was even trying to intrigue Azora. Here he was telling her, hey, if you want this, you got to pay for it. Body language. Oh yeah, that was body language coming through the door. You got to realize what's going on and all. Now, I was very stupid when I was young. I married at 18 the first time. I'm on my second marriage, okay. At 18 the first time, I married my first husband. Very stupid. I courted him for a little while. See, in that courtship is where you ought to see these red lights. But because you're young and not experienced, and you want that man, you just fall through. And this is what I was seeing with him. Eventually we had a baby before we got married. So therefore here I am, and I believe in marriage because they are honorable. I was taught that way. We are in tradition. My tradition say this is not right for you to be single and have these children and have to take care of them. They got a daddy, he need to be there and support these children. That's my mind thought. We got married. Oh, it lasted a long time. We did good. But along the years, as she was saying, trouble come in the door. If you don't have your mind sharpened to do it the way the Lord said, when you are out of the ark of God and you are out here as a heathen traveling on your own, you get into a lot of trouble. Thank God for Pastor Reed. She had a good one coming out. Because she done stayed married to one man. One man. That says that she was rooted at a young age and she put up with a lot of stuff. Because you got to learn to give and take. And we don't want to give and take. And nowadays, from what I'm seeing, there's a lot of people ain't giving and taking. Because you can't have it all your way. You got to know that you're going to have some trouble on the horizon. And somebody got to have a sense to back off and listen to one another. Or even just ignore. Sometimes in a marriage, you got to ignore your partner in order to save your own grace. I have learned that. Now, y'all can fall in wherever. Go ahead, fall in.
I'm sorry. Let me say one more thing about it. With my marriage, I have taught a lot of marriage classes, over the years, and especially Nashville. In my marriage, a lot is when my husband came home from work, and he always been a boss. He always been a boss, big boss. But sometimes he had 20-something years old men, some of them they'd be all nationality. But when he come home, I knew that he was stressed, and I knew when he pull up in the yard that, hey, this day ain't went real good. You could kind of see it, because when he parks, He just sit there for a while, you see his mouth move,